Let's say your partner has a bit of a spending problem and you're starting to get concerned. You've talked about debt, you've talked about saving up, but something isn't quite sinking in. So today I'm going to walk through the exact conversation you need to have with your partner so they start taking this stuff seriously. Hey lovebirds, I'm Dan Hinz and welcome to Adulting with Money, where I help millennial couples unite, not fight over their money. So whether you're trying to crush debt faster, buy a house sooner, or you just want to be on the same page, I can help you out. So let's get started. Step 1, take time for yourself and write down how you're feeling. Go ahead and grab some paper or your phone and start writing down sentences with this exact format. When you, this action, I feel emotion, and I worry about a future situation. An example from my own life is when you come home with all these bags from Target, I start to feel frustrated. I'm not sure, or I worry about if we're spending ourselves into a hole. Another example is when you sit down with your partner, you could say, I see all these Amazon boxes showing up and I see all these new gadgets and I start to get frustrated. I get worried that we could be getting out of debt faster. As you'll see in step 4, you're going to say all these sentences out loud to your partner, but they're designed in such a way where you can express your feelings and your thoughts and your worries, but not invite a fight. The first part of the sentence is meant to be something that's indisputable, actions that have actually happened in the past. The second part of the sentence are your feelings. You feel this way, and it's really hard for anyone to argue about that. The third part of the sentence is also meant to be indisputable because it's okay to feel worried about a situation that might happen. However, be careful when you're writing these sentences down and saying them out loud. Because if you start to say, hey, these things are going to happen if we keep going down this path, that's something you can fight about. That's something your partner can fight you on. But if you say you're worried about something may be happening, that's indisputable. Well, yeah, it could happen, and yes, you are worried about it. And so that's a way to express your feelings, but without inviting a debate or a discussion or a fight. And before you move on to the next step, another few quick words of warning. Do not, when you're writing these down, ever use the words never and always. Because when you start to use the words never and always, it's really easy for your partner to fight back on that because they only need to find one example where that's not true. So if you say you're always coming home with bags from Target, they're going to say, well, what about going to Marshall's? Or what about going to Walmart? And then all of a sudden you've said always and they have at least one example to prove you wrong. Okay, so to finish this step, take time and write down as many of those sentences as you need. Get it all out on paper, get it all on a Google Doc so you have it ready to go for later. Step number 2, schedule a money meeting with your partner. Talk with your partner and find a time where both of you can sit down and really focus on a money conversation. When you approach your partner, if they ask you, hey, why are we having this conversation? Or what's up? What do you want to talk about? You can say something like, I've been feeling frustrated about how we're handling money as a family and I want to talk through some stuff, but I also have some ideas to bounce off of you as well. When you say it this way, then you're telling your partner what you want to talk about and why you want to talk about it. But most importantly, you're leaving the door open for options. You're bouncing ideas off of them. You're not saying, I've thought about it and I have a plan and this is the plan we're going to go down. No. You have a plan, you have an idea, but you're bouncing it off of them. You want their input after you've said your piece as well. A few quick points about setting up this meeting include the time and the place. When you're thinking about a time to have this meeting, consider all the other stress that you have going on in life. Don't have it in the middle of the workday, before the workday. Have it at the end, at night, when no one's going to call, no one's going to email, the kids are in bed, everything's quiet, and you can really focus on the conversation. Or you could have it on the weekend, where you don't have the stress of the workday and the work week weighing on your shoulders as you're having this conversation. Now, as far as a place goes, it really doesn't matter as long as both of you feel comfortable having an honest and open conversation and maybe have a safe place where the tears can fall. Step number 3, start the meeting with this sentence. This step is small and short, but it's super important. Start your money meeting with this sentence. I have some concerns about how we're handling money as a family that I want to share, and I would love to know if you feel the same way or not. I also have some ideas of how we can start to work better together with money, but only if you're up for it. Step number 4, take the sentences from step number 1 and read them out loud. Okay, I know this step can be scary. You might shed some tears, your partner might shed some tears, but it's important that you be honest and get this stuff out. And to give your partner the benefit of the doubt, they may have no idea how you're feeling. Either they're not paying attention or you haven't been as completely clear and explicit and honest as you thought you have been. And at the end of this step, I need you to add one more final sentence. But I know that if we work better together as a family, we'll be okay. This final sentence opens the door for possibility. Yes, you're upset now and things have happened, but you're also showing that you're hopeful for the future. That yes, if we change, things will get better. We can work on this. We can do this. Step number 5. Let your partner react. Don't just barrel over your partner with all of these thoughts and feelings and then go straight into how you think you're going to fix them. Give them time to respond. Give them the time. You're trying to bounce ideas off of them, which means that you have to share your ideas or you share your thoughts and let them respond. Best case scenario, your partner goes, wow, I had no idea, but I understand. What do we want to do about it? You said you had a plan. What's the plan? Now, your partner may have a negative reaction. They may get defensive. They may start to blame you. They might start to blame others. They might start to play the victim. And that is a sign, and I'm comfortable saying that you might not have a money problem. There might be something deeper where a marriage counselor or a therapist or a life coach can help you and your partner or just your partner get through some mental blocks that isn't quite allowing them to move forward and to think about money in a healthy way. Step number 6, explain the plan. So here are some ideas to bounce off your partner and see what they think. Idea number 1, let's start tracking our money in one spot. And there's a lot of ways you can do this. You can do joint accounts, you can get an app that can see all the bank accounts, but you don't actually have to combine bank accounts. All you're trying to do is try to find one spot where you can see everything coming and going, and you can spot small problems and fix them before they become big problems. Idea number 2 is to create a joint list of goals. You as a family, you as a couple, what's number 1, what's number 2, what's number 3. That way, when you're looking at your spending and trying to make decisions, you have some sort of North Star, you have some sort of map that you can say, okay, well, we're spending our money here, is that helping us with our goals? Idea number 3, have a monthly money meeting. Well, if this meeting has gone so well, why not do it every month or maybe every 2 weeks so that you can keep checking in on a regular basis with each other and how things are going. So it doesn't matter what other of the ideas that you're trying, you at least have a time set aside every month or maybe twice a month where you're going over this stuff and making sure things are going okay. Idea number 4, we don't have to start budgeting right away. And I think you are going to be really happy with this idea. Budgeting is not your first step. Planning ahead is a good thing, but start small. Start with talking about your list of goals, what it is you want. Start by tracking your money. Where are things coming from and where are they going? And also start to have that monthly money meeting where you're getting together and talking about money on a more regular basis. Step number 7, agree to at least one next step. Put simply, at the end of this meeting, decide, okay, what's next? Hey lovebirds, if you're looking for other ways to get on the same page with money, check out this playlist, and thank you for watching.